In the quiet suburbs of Springfield, a seemingly perfect marriage began to unravel in the most dramatic of ways. John, a loving husband, had always believed his marriage to be rock solid. But when he stumbled upon a series of text messages that revealed his wife, Lisa, was having an affair with a man named Clark, his world came crashing down. John could have walked away or confronted Lisa in a heated argument, but instead, he decided to play the long game. What unfolded in the basement of their home would become the stuff of legends. John had always trusted Lisa. They had been married for 10 years, and he never once doubted her loyalty. However, when she started working late more often and seemed distant, he couldn't shake the feeling that something was off. One evening, while Lisa was in the shower, John noticed her phone buzzing on the nightstand. Curiosity got the better of him, and he glanced at the screen. The name Clark appeared, and as he scrolled through the messages, his suspicions were confirmed. The texts were flirty, intimate, and left no room for misinterpretation. Rather than confronting Lisa immediately, John decided to dig deeper. He needed to know who Clark was and how far the affair had gone. Over the next few weeks, John quietly gathered information. He followed Lisa to her supposed work meetings and found that she was frequently visiting a nearby hotel. After some more sleuthing, he discovered Clark's identity, a colleague from Lisa's office, a man John had met several times at office parties. Clark was charming, good-looking, and seemingly everything Lisa had fallen for. The betrayal cut deep, but John wasn't about to let his emotions get the best of him. Instead of exploding in anger, he devised a plan that would give him the upper hand. He began to make small renovations in their basement, telling Lisa he was setting up a personal gym. But in reality, John was preparing the stage for his ultimate revenge. He knew Lisa and Clark had been using their home for a secret rendezvous while he was at work, so he decided to turn the tables on them. One evening, John told Lisa he would be working late and left the house, seemingly heading to the office. But instead of going to work, he parked his car a few blocks away and walked back home, sneaking into the basement without Lisa knowing that he had set up hidden cameras and microphones in the basement, all connected to his phone so he could monitor everything that was happening. John patiently waited, his heart pounding with anticipation. Sure enough, within an hour, Lisa and Clark arrived. John watched on his phone as they headed to the basement, unaware that they were walking into a trap. Once they were downstairs, John quietly locked the basement door from the outside. He waited a few minutes, letting them get comfortable before he made his move. With his phone in hand, he activated the speakers he had installed in the basement. Suddenly, the room was filled with John's voice, calm but filled with cold fury. "Enjoying yourselves?" John's voice echoed through the basement, causing Lisa and Clark to freeze in terror. "I hope you're comfortable because you're not going anywhere," he said, as Lisa and Clark realized they were trapped. John continued, revealing that he had been watching them the entire time, laying out every detail of their affair that he had uncovered. The fear and guilt on their faces were exactly what John had hoped for. He didn't need to raise his voice or threaten violence. The psychological torment was enough. John left them locked in the basement for several hours, giving them plenty of time to reflect on their actions. Eventually, he unlocked the door and allowed them to leave, but not before delivering one final blow. "Get out of my house," he said coldly, "and don't ever come back." Lisa and Clark scrambled to gather their things and fled, humiliated and shaken. John filed for divorce the next day, providing the recordings as evidence of the affair. The settlement was swift and heavily in his favor, leaving Lisa with little more than the clothes on her back. Clark, meanwhile, found his reputation destroyed at work,
leading to his eventual resignation. In the end, John had the last laugh. His methodical approach to revenge had given him control of the situation and ensured that both Lisa and Clark paid dearly for their betrayal. The story of John's basement revenge spread through Springfield like wildfire, serving as a cautionary tale for anyone who thought about straying in their marriage.